The morning sun rises over Menkhoaneng, painting the horizon in soft gold. I feel the wet grass between my toes as I herd my father's cattle, the bells clinking gently with each step. In the distance, the Maloti Mountains stand tall like watchful guardians, their peaks still veiled in mist. This is my home, my beginning. Under the shade of an ancient acacia, the other boys and I wrestle in the dust. Our laughter rings through the valley, but even now, their eyes follow me when I speak. The elders say I have a way of holding attention, a spark that must be tempered into leadership. I feel it too, burning quietly inside me. Night falls and the air cools, carrying the scent of wood smoke. My grandfather sits cross-legged by the fire, his weathered hands gesturing as he speaks of chiefs who built nations and warriors who defended them. The flames flicker across his face, etching his stories into my mind. Each tale feels like a lesson carved into my soul. I hold my first spear, the shaft polished smooth by my uncle's skilled hands. The weight feels both strange and familiar, as if it was always meant for me. He shows me how to stand. Feet firm, eyes forward, arms steady. I practice until the sun sinks, my body aching but my spirit eager for more. The day of my initiation arrives. My body is painted in ochre, the cold morning air making every breath visible. Drums echo through the hills as elders chant blessings. We move in procession, each step marking the passage from boyhood into manhood. The air hums with anticipation. I feel the weight of my ancestors watching. A messenger arrives, breathless, with news of cattle raiders. My heart races as I join the warriors. The earth shakes beneath galloping hooves, the dust rising in choking clouds. Our war cries pierce the wind and my fingers tighten around my spear. This will be my first real test of courage and skill. The battle unfolds under the shadow of jagged cliffs. Spears flash in the sun, shields clash, and the air is thick with shouts and the smell of sweat and dust. I find myself face to face with a raider, my spear steady. The moment feels endless before instinct takes over and I strike. When it ends, we stand among the returned cattle, the sun now dipping low. My chest heaves with exhaustion, but pride swells within me. The elders nod in approval, murmuring my name in tones of respect. I have proven myself not just as a fighter, but as someone my people can depend on. Seasons change, and a great famine grips the land. Grass turns brittle, rivers shrink to dusty beds. Hunger gnaws at the bones of our people. I walk from hut to hut, sharing what little food I have. In the eyes of my people, I see gratitude but also trust, the kind that binds a leader to his people. Under the sprawling branches of a fig tree, I call a council of elders. My voice carries over the murmuring crowd as I speak of unity. Our clans, scattered and vulnerable, must stand as one. I feel the air shift as their skepticism gives way to cautious hope. A seed of a nation is planted. We set out for Thaba Bosiu, the mountain fortress. The climb is steep, the path winding like a serpent. The air grows thinner, but from the summit, I see the land stretch endlessly, a patchwork of valleys and rivers. Here we will be safe. Here we will build our stronghold. Winter arrives with a howl, its icy winds slamming against Thaba Bosiu's stone walls. I stand at the plateau's edge, wrapped in a thick karos, watching enemy scouts hesitate far below. The fortress is more than stone. It is a symbol, a warning, and a promise of survival. Messengers bring word of the Zulu threat under Shaka's influence. The council debates, voices raised, but I remain still. In my heart, I know confrontation is inevitable. My people look to me for calm in the storm, and I give them that, outwardly unshaken even as my mind races. The plains below Thaba Bosiu erupt with the clash of armies. Spears glint like flashes of lightning under the midday sun. Drums pound in my ears as I shout commands, guiding our warriors like the flow of a river, steady, strong, unstoppable. We return victorious, though the cost is steep. I walk among the wounded, pressing water gourds to cracked lips, whispering words of comfort. The dead are carried away to the mournful wail of women. Leadership, I learn, is not only about victories, but about carrying the weight of loss. Strangers arrive, Missionaries in strange attire, their words thick with unfamiliar sounds. They speak of their God, of books and learning. I listen, curious, and see an opportunity. Knowledge, even from outsiders, can be a weapon as powerful as any spear. The missionaries teach us new farming techniques. Fields begin to thrive again. The clang of iron tools echoes through the village. The people sing while they work, a harmony of tradition and new beginnings. Our bellies fill, and so does our sense of possibility. But whispers of colonial expansion grow louder. I mount my horse, the wind stinging my face as I ride to meet envoys. The plains stretch endlessly before me, but in my heart, I know the distance to true peace is far greater. Around a fire, we sign treaties. The ink stains their paper, but the words are my own. I promise peace and cooperation, yet keep my mind sharp, knowing that agreements can be as fragile as smoke in the wind. Tension returns when promises are broken. I stand before my warriors, spear raised, the sky bleeding red with sunset. Their chants rise like thunder, rolling over the land. This fight will not be one of ambition, but of survival. In the colonial camp, I speak directly to their commanders. My words are deliberate, each one placed like a stone in a wall. I will not shout, for calm strength is harder to break than rage. Years pass. My hair turns silver, my steps slower, but my mind sharp as ever. Children gather around me at dusk, wide-eyed as I tell them of battles fought and peace won. They will inherit this land, and they must understand the price paid for it. The sun sets over Thaba Bosiu, casting golden light across the valleys. I walk alone along the cliff edge, feeling the wind tug at my cloak. I think of the boy I once was, herding cattle with dreams too big for his small hands. In my final days, I rest beneath the same acacia tree where I once played as a child. The mountains stand eternal, the cattle graze peacefully. The land is united, the Basotho strong. My life's work is nearly done. Night falls softly. In my dreams, the mountains hum with the voices of ancestors. The wind carries my name across the valleys. Moshoeshoe, father of the Basotho. I leave knowing our people's heart beats steady, safe in the cradle of our nation.